Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Elton John live. Farewell to the Yellow Brick Road. Farewell from Dodger Stadium. It's the end of the Yellow Brick Road tour. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour in North America. This is his very last show in the United States and Canada before he retires from touring. And this was filmed last November 22nd or so. It was November 2022. I don't know why I'm just getting 22 in there twice, but it was November 2022. And he's why Dodger Stadium? What's all the big deal with the? You don't see it here, but in the little icon that shows him in a big robe with a glittery blue and silver diamond-studded robe that's features the Dodgers logo and number one. And well, back in 1975, he had performed an iconic, historic show before thousands that was kind of at the height of his young early career and just established him as the rock icon that he is. And if you were under any impression that this is just going to be a grandma and grandma rock show, well, it might look like that, but it's not. If you ever, I bet you didn't know that Batman's butler Alfred plays drums. Yeah. One of the drummers. There's at least 3 percussionists in this band. I kind of lost count. He seriously is dressed like Alfred. Then he looks like Alfred. But one of the iterations, I think, the Christian Bales. No, not Christian Bales. That was Michael Caine. Somebody. But either way, it's he looks like Alfred. So, but these old guys, they're old guys. They know they're old guys. Elton's 75 years old, and he had a song on the pop charts with Dua Lipa, and she does show up. And so they get to do that song together for the audience. There's other guest appearances. Kiki D performs one of his historic songs, and now it's just been erased from my mind right now. This is, by the way, 2022, and it is 2 hours and 34 minutes long. It's 2.5 hours long. The last 5 minutes or so is just credits, and if you were there, you can look at the footage and see a lot of just the footage of everybody just gathering themselves, picking up their purses and putting on their coats and whatever else, and making their way out of the stadium. But you might see yourself, and you might be a celebrity. By the way, one of the games you can play in this when you're not just enjoying the music, but you can. It's LA. There's so many celebrities in this crowd, and every once in a while the camera hits on a few of them. There's a lot of crowd shots. There's so many cameras in this thing. Even a drone flying high above the stadium. There's footage, there's a big crane that's literally sitting on the mound because the stage is sitting toward the backfield. But there's a crane mounted on the mound that's centered, and it just, it gets all sorts of crazy good footage. And cameras on the piano, cameras everywhere, because you know what? It was filmed, actually performed live and streamed live on Disney Plus at the time that it was released. So that's kind of cool. It's the first time anybody had ever done that on Disney Plus. So that's really cool. If you're an Elton John fan, is there a song you know that you think he's going to play a hit? He's not going to play everything, obviously, but he's going to play every one of his hits. And you're like, oh, well, he's obviously done all of them now. And you look at the time, and only an hour has passed. And you're like, what else can he do? He's going to do the other hits you forgot he did. He's doing everything. He starts early with Tiny Dancer and Crocodile Rock and everything else. And you're just like, oh, Rocket Man? Yeah, of course he's going to do Rocket Man. He's going to do Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Of course he's going to do just about everything you would ever imagine. And it's so beautifully produced. when I go to concerts, big concerts like this, I'm all about the production. I'm more about seeing where the speakers are positioned, how the lights work, and how everything is just beautifully set just set in motion to enhance the music. The music on its own could make for a fantastic performance, but throw in all this the effects and lighting and the sound, everything on top of it, and yeah, it's pretty dang great. There's lots of screens that enhance the footage, the performance, and yeah. If you don't know who Elton John is, by the way, ask your grandparents. Yeah, I don't know why you would be watching me to find out more about this Elton John concert if you had no idea who Elton John is. But hey, I'm here to answer that question. If you happen to stumble on this by accident, yes, Elton John. He's an iconic rock star, and 75, married with kids. So he's a rock icon. He's a gay icon. He is LGBTQ icon. He's so many different things, and he is, there's a lot reflected in his music and in the crowd. It's like Elton John cosplay night, because if there's a song or if there's a costume you ever thought has ever worn throughout his career is represented, or a song is not represented in this crowd, you'd be wrong. For Crocodile Rock, there were people dressed as crocodiles. Not kidding. I really hope they were not wearing this crocodile heads for the entire show. That would be really bad, but hopefully just for that song. Yeah, you get to see people in crocodile heads jamming out to Elton John. You have this devil costume. I think somebody dressed as Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, or it might have been Elton John from many, many years ago. He is known for his very glittery, glamoury outfits over the years, so he is not a shy one. And yeah, and there's a lot of Dodger blue, of course, throughout this. People wearing pretty much his same costume, but with a baseball uniform that just glitters. So big silver and blue, and it's pretty fantastic. So I say, yeah, if you get a chance to watch this, if you got 2.5 hours, I thought I was just going to put this on in the background, but I realized there's so much I look away and I'm like, oh, but who's that? Oh, it was Taron Egerton. I think it was Taron Egerton who played Elton John in his biopic, Rocket Man. Yeah. Well, you might recognize maybe a Kardashian here or there, or just anybody else. Let's just say this is one of the hottest tickets in town at the time. And if you had any connections whatsoever and any level of fame, you pretty much probably got a ticket to this show. Or, I mean, if you also liked him. But tons of crowd footage. So if you were there, you might see yourself, especially if you were famous. I say if you like I said, if you get a chance, this is definitely worth your time. Just great 4K. The colors are fantastic. I was just watching it on a normal monitor while I had other stuff going on. On a 4K screen with a great sound system, crank this up. Seriously, it'll blow the roof off the dump if you get a chance. There's so many songs you're just like, oh, it's a great pop song from the 70s. No, they turn it into some just rollicking, monstrous jam. Rocket Man especially, Leave On, definitely. They go from Leave On to Candle in the Wind, I think, which is a nice like chill out kind of moment after, complete with Marilyn Monroe footage. And there's a number of things that you will not ever see on Disney Plus except here. You will see a good portion of Marilyn Monroe's butt as she's, it's a quick shot as she's posing for a photographer in, nude but covered in sheets and stuff. And also the word bitch is said quite a lot, of course, because the song Bitch is Back. And where else would you think you would hear that word said so many times on any other part of Disney Plus? Well, you can't. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way they're going to beat Elton John on that count. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Deadpool? I don't know. But eventually. And you know what? I don't think Deadpool will not ever beat the B count. Anyway. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 30. That is a low number. Come on. If it's a shark thing, we're skipping it. Just letting you know. Oh, it's not. But it is very much deeply in the documentary section. Yeah, it's another documentary. It's more than likely from National Geographic, because National Geographic is basically half of Disney Plus now. I think. I'm pretty sure, content-wise, it's half of Disney Plus. Yeah, it feels like it. But this should be fun. This should be interesting. I'm going to check this out, definitely. Because I have to. It's part of what I do. That's what this is. Why would I not watch it? I watched 2.5 hours of Elton John, and I loved it. So, you never know what you're going to like. Yeah, here we go. Area 51, the CIA's secret. CIA has a secret, and it's Area 51 out in New Mexico. Area 51, the CIA's secret is next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.